Good morning, team. Thank you so much for joining me on this call today. Episode 204. If you are not changing, you are choosing. Before I get into details of this call, I want to remind you of my professional purpose, and that is to help you, the broker advisor, optimize your productivity and help you become the best version of yourself. Why? Because happy brokers sell more real estate. And I do that by helping you handle challenges and opportunities that you face every single day. You can effectively manage certain situations that arise on a daily basis in your business. You will be more productive and live a life that is the best version of you. My ask is that you listen today as if we are on a one-on-one coaching session, whether it be in my office or on a phone call. So that's how I hope to deliver the message today and all of these Monday Morning Pep Talk. So hopefully you can receive it like that. On today's 204th episode, my Monday Morning Pep Talk, I will officially complete the first three sections of Take Flight. That first section was the cockpit, where we talked about the mind and planning. Second one was the tail, which is the habits and routines, and then the cabin, which is where we've been the last several months, where we talked about database and relationship management. We focused on those before we continue on with building out your aircraft, which is adding those wings. That aircraft, I look at it as your business, right? We're going to add those wings as we head into the last few months of the year, and those are going to be lead generation and systems and processes. Okay. The goal continues to be building a business that will fly at 30,000 feet. What does 30,000 feet mean? It means that you're pulling the engines back and you've got everything built so that it's just not as tough. You've hit that level of mastery where all you've got to do is keep your aircraft, your business heading in the right direction. That's really what 30,000 feet means. Now, I've pushed a lot of ideas, concepts, and information your way, and it will take months or years to implement, quite honestly. If you're just getting started. Today, I will do a quick review of some of the areas we've discussed through the first 24 episodes of Take Flight version 4.0, and I plan to challenge you with a set of questions as we go through these sections. And as we go through this episode. Now, I want you to do an audit on where you are right now. That's the goal. Really, the next few weeks, I want you to do an audit on where you are right now in these first three areas that Take Flight. Super important. By doing this, you can identify that low-hanging fruit that you can focus on immediately, that you can focus on these next quarterly initiatives, okay? High performance is a choice. Now that you know the how, if you are not changing, you are choosing, okay? Now that you know the how, if you are not changing, you are choosing. First, you have to start with a 3-year vision, okay? Which is a set of goals that make up that picture in your mind of how you want to live, which is your lifestyle and the type of person you want to become. I introduced Dan Sullivan's question to prompt you to be specific on your 3-year vision. And it goes like this. If we were having this discussion 3 years from today, and we were looking back over those 3 years, what would have to happen in your life, both personally and professionally, for you to feel happy with your progress? Now I'm going to ask you, do you have a 3-year vision? Do you have those goals that you want to accomplish over the next 3 years? It's kind of a yes or no question. Either you do or you don't. So if you haven't done that, that is where I would start for sure. If I'm assuming that we're in a one-on-one coaching call today, I would know if you have a 3-year vision, if I ask you, and that person that knows their vision is able to start talking about it right away. Within 5 seconds, they're talking about that movie trailer in their mind of exactly what they want to accomplish in the next 3 years. That's when you know. If somebody asks you what your vision is, you can start answering that question right away. right? So if you don't have that 3-year vision written down, that's a great place to start. Now, if you do have it written down, are you looking at it every day? So start with your 3-year vision. If you are not changing, you are choosing. Next, do you have a written plan in place to reach your goals? You know that I am a big proponent of the 12-week year planning method that I discovered in 2021 after I read the book, The 12-Week Year by Brian Moran. And I've not found, honestly, a better approach for goal achievement. What it does is it essentially breaks down your 3-year vision into 12 quarters, and each quarter is 12 weeks focused on executing specific goals for that quarter. Kind of look at it like your quarterly punch list, right? You're giving yourself very specific to-dos for that quarter that's going to help you win that quarter. And so each quarter is 12 weeks focused on executing specific goals. With the 13th week to review, plan, and celebrate. So 4 times a year, you're going to have 4 opportunities to celebrate your successes, which is so important. So are you executing? Do you have a plan for execution for your goals and your vision? If you are not changing, you are choosing. Once you got your vision and plan and your plan to reach your goals, you need to do a deep dive into your mind. You have the right mindset to hit your goals. The definition of mindset is, do you have your mind, which is how you think, and is it set? When I say set, you want to think of it like a thermostat on your HVAC. So mindset is, where is your mindset? What is it focused on? What is it programmed to do? Is it programmed to do what you need to do each day to be successful at hitting your goals and manifesting your vision? Okay. That mindset is what you get up thinking about every single day, and that intense focus on what it is you need to do. Personally, for me, this is a daily battle, and I think it is for most people on this call. I ask myself every day, how am I feeling? And there's some days that it's like, man, I've really got to find that extra gear, because this thing called life is not always that easy, right? We get thrown curveballs, and but you got to think about it. You got to think about your mindset. You got to wake up every day and ask yourself, how am I feeling? Because negativity will seep in, and that's just your brain. That's just your brain doing its job, right? How's your energy? You have time set aside each day to meet with yourself, to review your vision. We set up all these meetings with everybody else, but the most important meeting that you can have every single day is with you, with yourself. You got to sit down and review that, check yourself, check your energy, check your frequency, and put things in place that if it needs a shift, you can do it. If you are not changing, you are choosing. High performance starts with elimination. You need to constantly look at the anchors that are slowing down your progress and your ability to execute. You know what they are, and many of those anchors have been with you for a long time. I've seen people make the most progress fast by identifying their anchors or compartmentalizing them until they can move them. Okay. Why add more sails to your sailboat if you've got anchors holding you down? We don't think about that. Matthew McConaughey's quote, high performance starts with elimination, has been a game changer for me as I try to coach and lead people, because it truly is such a true statement. What anchor can you eliminate today that will improve your speed towards success? If you are not changing, you are choosing. If you are not changing, you are choosing. How are your habits and routines? Are they serving you or slowing you down? Are you playing on offense or defense during the day? To win your 3-year vision, you need to win the quarter. And to win the quarter, you need to win weeks. To win the week, you need to win the day. And to win the day, you need to win the morning. You need to win the morning. If you front load your day, front load your week, plan out your quarter, and know where you are going and execute on it every day, you will win. You will win. Do you want to win? Good. Start by eliminating that hour of streaming at night Go to bed earlier, get up an hour earlier, plan your day, and watch the magic happen. 90% of success is showing up consistently every single day. If you are not changing, you are choosing. We spent the last 10 sessions talking about your lists. You have a top 100. Do you have a warm list, a hot list that you review every day? Do you have a top 100 of your referral and transaction partners? Now, again, when I say top 100, it may not be 100 yet, and that's okay. Your goal is to get both of those to 100. If you're new to the business, it could take 3 to 5 years. Your lists are the only thing in your business of value outside of you. If you have a list of collaborative brokers in your immediate local hyper local market that you trust and collaborate with you. If you don't actively manage your relationships, you will be on the hamster wheel of active lead generation the rest of your career. How many of your clients are actively selling your business? Those are your platinums and golds. Do you know what I mean by platinum and gold? Do you have those definitions down? How charged are the batteries, which we refer to kind of in that metaphor? Those batteries are your clients. How charged are they? Because you need charged batteries to power your business. If you are not changing, you are choosing. And I got to throw something in here before I end the call, and that is, team, you have to be patient with this. It can be really, really frustrating when you're building your business and you don't feel like it's going fast enough. Everything has a lot, is privy to the law of gestation. You plant in the spring and harvest in the fall. It takes time. Some of you want it to go so fast, and you're trying to push it and push it and push it and push it. And you get frustrated and you look around and look at yourself. Why is this not happening as fast as I want it to? All I can say is focus on the leading indicators, which are all of those actions that you need to do on a daily basis that will provide you the seeds that will be the harvest later. And once you hit 30,000 feet, pull those engines back. You will be so glad that you committed the time and effort that it takes to put in and build the business the right way. You have to look at it like going back sometimes and getting your MBA and that almost an educational process that you commit the time and effort to get there. Don't skip these steps. You're not changing, you are choosing. Now, I wrote this Monday Morning Pep Talk to challenge you as your leader and your coach. I don't want to want this more than you want it for yourself. Okay. What I've talked about since the beginning of Take Flight version 4.0 over the last 24 episodes, like I said, is a lot. There's a lot of content in here. Sometimes it's like drinking out of a fire hose. It's a lot of content that in some cases, like I said, could take an entire 3-year vision to implement. Or if you're further along and you've been doing a lot of this stuff, can you put the finishing touches on it between now and the end of the year? I think you can. Let me ask you, would you celebrate if you were in mastery in all of these areas we've discussed over the last 3 sections? My guess is that you would give me a hell yes. Would you be in a better place personally and professionally if you did this? Yeah, I think so. I think that'd be another hell yes. Will you have finally conquered those areas you know you need to do, that you know you need to address in your life and business? What's stopping you? You need to work on your mindset first. If it feels like I'm speaking directly to you, I am. But just realize that this is a struggle that most brokers are experiencing. So please, please, please don't beat yourself up. You have to understand that your brain is trying to keep you safe. And safety to the brain equals the status quo, which is paying your bills. That's what your brain's doing. I don't need to do all this stuff Jim's talking about. I'm good, like I know I need to do it, but do I really need to do it? That's your brain coming back to you saying, no, really, really like you right where you're at. So let's not rock the boat here. I need to keep you safe. It takes committed intention to break through. Committed intention to break through. It takes action to break through. It takes consistency to break through, none of which costs you a dime. But I must remind you, if you are not changing, you are choosing. Now go get to work. I'll be back with you after the Labor Day holiday. I too am a work in progress, and I've got to spend the last few weeks of the month of August getting my kids settled into school. I need to do an audit on the things that I need to work on, and I've got a lot of thinking and a lot of planning to do. I absolutely love the months of September, October, November, and December. So expect me to come back fired up to talk about the last two sections of Take Flight, which is going to revolve around your lead generation and those systems and processes in your transactions that will deliver an extra few transactions for each one that you do. Okay. I'm still around. I'm still here if you need me. But in terms of the Monday Morning Pep Talk, I'm going to take a little bit of a breather. I'll see you back here in 3 weeks. Thank you, team, for jumping on. I will talk to you soon. Bye.